Patreon, what's happening, you bad motherfuckers? Uncle Joey here, March the 10th for the album of the motherfucking week. Hope this little video chat finds you in good spirits, cocksuckers. The last couple of weeks we've been going back and forth. You know, last week we had a brilliant fucking album, Judas Priest, British Steel. As a matter of fact, Dan Florentine called me on Thursday night to go down to Asbury Park to see some fucking band. The Judas Priest, it's 5 chicks playing fucking Judas Priest. They say they're pretty good. I'm not into cover bands. Me, I want to see Glenn Tipton. But anyway, let's not talk about Judas Priest. This week we're going to talk about my third favorite. I'll tell you what, the grunge scene to me, you know, you have Nirvana, you have Mother Love Bone, you got all these little fucking independent bands. I saw a couple of them. I didn't really, you know, I like the commercial guys, you know. I knew who Pearl Jam was. I knew what Hair of the Dog was, or whatever the fuck it was. And one day I'm watching fucking MTV. I'm in my little apartment in Boulder. I'm fucking 25 cents from having a fucking dime. You know what I'm saying? I'm broke. I'm snorting coke. You know, I didn't have food to eat, but I always had coke to snort. And I'm watching MTV and a video came on, and it was Fell on Black Days. And I was blown the fuck away. I could tell that they had done that video live. It was in the studio. And I'm like, this is fucking great. Didn't know who they were. You know, again, there was no internet. It's like I could Google fucking Soundgarden. And I asked some friends of mine. They're like, fucking Soundgarden's great, blah, 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 blah. And then I heard Black Hole Sun. And the thing about that album that really struck a chord with me was how much of a Beatles song it sounded like. I love Bad Motorfinger. I did not discover Bad Motorfinger. The first Soundgarden album I discovered was SUPERUNKNOWN. I knew nothing about the band. I didn't know anything. And my first, after listening to I didn't have the album. I had the fucking cassette maybe. After listening to it, I was blown the fuck away. I didn't know what this was, but I knew I liked it. But what stuck out was the fucking lyrics on this album. They just fucked me up. You know, I was my third year of doing comedy. I'm trying to learn how to write, and I heard this fucking album. Again, guys, just because it ain't comedy, don't mean you can't learn from it. And if you're a fucking musician, it don't mean you can't learn something from a comic. I took this album, and I was like, if this guy writes this good, I gotta write my joke. Heard it from another room, eyes were waking up, just like Suicide. Are you fucking kidding me? That song, he's got a couple songs on here that are so fucking lyrically just genius. I don't know if you're into lyrics. I don't know what you're into. But if you're into good music and a good ABC of music, like fundamental, this is fucking it. You know, it took me a couple, like when I heard Black Hole Sun, I was like, okay, they're Beatle fans. We're working with something. They have a good foundation. You know, I'm not a big fan of the Beatles, but in the recording world, they go back to the Beatles. They go back to the Beatles. They go back to the Beatles. When I heard Blow Up the Outside World, that's the Beatles. That's the Beatles revolution. When they got the revolution, they play. That's the Beatles. And Chris Cornell tapped into it. And again, I'm not a big Beatle fan, but I like people who did the work. And these motherfuckers did the work. This album came out, I think, March of '94. I think it came into my world like maybe November of '94. I think I had the cassette. I think I had this cassette. Let me tell you what I was listening to at the time. This cassette and the first Biggie Smalls. They came out in '95, both of them, '94. '95, this album was blown up. Let me tell you what's on this fucking album, okay? We're gonna open up with Fell on Black Days, which is fucking just tremendous. You got Let Me Drown, tremendous. My Wave, tremendous. Fell on Black Days, tremendous. Mailman, SUPERUNKNOWN, tremendous. Head Down, tremendous. Black Hole Sun, tremendous. Spoon Man, tremendous. Limo Wreck, are you fucking kidding me? Lyrically, The Day I Tried to Live. Kickstand, Fresh Tendrils, 4th of July, Like Suicide, and she likes surprises. Now, I can tell you honestly, Let Me Drown, My Way, Fell on Black Days, Super Unknown, Head Down, Black Hole Set Down, Limo Wreck. Listen, there's 10 fucking jams on this motherfucker. And this is one of those albums that I was in the car playing it on the road, and like I would only listen to like 2 songs, and then I'm like, the one song would go, and I'd be doing something. I'm like, fuck, that's a good song. That's what this album is about. This particular album, listen, when Super Unknown came out, vinyl was basically kaput. I don't know how I got this. Somebody told me it was available on vinyl, and I hunted it down. As far as Super Unknown is concerned, let me show you this fucking beauty. Look at that little fucking Soundgarden off the Space Needle. It comes with 2 albums, heavy gauge albums, fucking tremendous. All the songs that didn't come on the album, and they also give you a tremendous little booklet with all the fucking words. And we take that away every day. Black hole, sun in my eyes, indisposed and disguises, no one knows. Fucking, come on, guys, help me out here. Tears of a feeble, hands of a slave, skin of the mothers, mouths at the babes. Building the towers belongs to the sky. When the whole thing comes crashing down, don't ask me why. Guys, I don't know what the fuck you're smoking. I don't know what you're listening to. I don't know if you're in an insane asylum. But this is a must fucking have album. Chris Cornell wrote, Let Me Drown, My Wave, Fell on Black Day, Chris Cornell, Super Unknown, Black Hole Sun, Limo Wreck, The Day I Tried to Live. This is a fucking masterpiece album, guys. I don't even have to sell you this. This sells itself. This is a fucking masterpiece. The last 4 albums I put out here have been masterpieces. Nirvana. What else did we put out? Fucking British Steel, Temple of the Dog. They've been fucking animals. This is where we kick in. But we'll smooth it back down next week. I got the album for you next week. But guys, this is not the album of the week. This is the album of the month. How's that for you? This is the fucking album of the month. I come back next week and just do another fucking 10 minutes on the other side of this fucking album. This is a tremendous work. Listen, after this, I got Bad Motorfinger, which I don't have to tell you what it did to me. And then I got the first album with the Chinese guy, Yakamoto. That's when he sings Hands All Over. Fucking tremendous. Listen, no Soundgarden album is a bad one. But Super Unknown is the record of the month here. The album of the month this month. March of 2022. The album of the fucking month, cocksuckers. And so if you don't got it, you better get it. It's on, I don't know where I ordered it from. I got it in the mail and I fucking love it. So here we are, the album of the week for March 10th, 2022. I love you motherfuckers with all my heart. We've been throwing some heat at you, and that continues next week. I love you, stay black, and have a great weekend. See you cocksuckers next week.